All right. Rihanna, enough! Since I said Maya Angelou, that has been in my head. I feel so much better. All right, let's just get into it. People, Instagram, you can follow, you can check out, you can tell somebody else. Jay-Z speaks. No, not that Jay-Z. But this guy, pretty much my perspective of him, who I love. So I'm like making fun, but not really. I feel like he just yells at you to fix your life. And I'm like, okay, yes, yes. He's behind his desk. He's usually in a black shirt, not a skirt, black shirt. Sometimes he's showing you his company and things that he's done. He's got Winners Wednesdays. Those are great. Fearless Fridays. And he's like, do it, man. And I'm like, yes. So he's awesome. Slime Surin. He's a slimer. You can see his hands, and I believe he's got like a green, it's not grass, but maybe it's AstroTurf underneath of it. And Fishing Life IG. Very relaxing to me, the slime and the fishing and the underwater stuff. All right, get into it. Maya Angelou. All right. April 4th, 1928. That's when she was born. Straight into the dirt. 8 years old, someone raped her. Her mother's boyfriend, actually. She told her brother, and the man was put in jail, the man who did this crime, for a day. He was in jail for a day, and he was released, and someone shot him. And 8-year-old Maya felt like her voice killed him. I killed that man because I told his name. I never wanted to speak again. I didn't want to kill anyone else. So this poor girl just stopped speaking. She was mute for like 5 years. How'd she get to be this person that we know? I believe she's won some awards. She's done some great things in her life. So she had a teacher or a mentor. Someone would come to her house. I forget exactly who. And they would read her poetry. And she loved it. She loved the poetry. She loved the way it sounded. She loved the way it felt. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And then this person said to her, you know, you really can't get into poetry and feel it until you read it yourself. Now, saying that to someone who doesn't speak is like a drop in the ocean. Like, what are you telling me for? I'm not going to do that. But as scared as she was to speak, she took her poetry and she would go underneath her house, I believe. I remember her telling this story underneath her, not that I spoke to her directly, underneath her house, and she would whisper the poetry to herself. And then maybe she'd say it a little bit louder. And then maybe she would start to speak in a tone that was a little audible, maybe to her. And then bada bing, bada boom, yada yada over the best part. She's Maya Angelou. Some of the jobs she held. She was a fry cook, a sex worker, a nightclub dancer, an actor, a writer, a director. She was huge with the civil rights. She was friends with Malcolm X, I believe. She really, really, really took that and did it anyway. She did it anyway. There is no greater agony than being an untold story inside yourself. I agree completely. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Birds do not sing because they have an answer. They sing because they have a song. I like that one. That one I didn't read directly, but you get that, hopefully. Sometimes it's wiser to be right in silence. You could be right about a situation, right? You know you're right. And then sometimes you're so right, at least in my skin, I don't even have to argue with you. Okay. And I'll just ease on down the road. Because there's no point in wasting your breath sometimes, right? I believe the most important single thing beyond discipline and creativity is to dare. The quality of strength lined with tenderness is an unbeatable combination. I am so thankful for her words. Yeah, I am. I'm thankful that she kept it moving. I'm thankful that she shared that story. I believe it was on Oprah's Master Class or one of the, whatever you feel about Oprah, she does do some great interviews. And in that series, I want to say The Rock, Morgan Freeman, Ellen DeGeneres. There's a lot of really, really, really good, Tina Turner maybe. There's a lot of good stuff there that, and it learned, I believe it's called Life Class. They talk about their lives and maybe their journey, because you think it was like this golden path, right? We talked about that. And then sometimes that path is like anything but gold, and you're like, oh my God, I never knew. And then it's like, yeah, I'm going to go out there and do it too. Thanks, Jay-Z Speaks. Fearless Fridays. All right. Next week, maybe Monday. I think I'm going to talk a little bit about sports. This is another thing that relaxes me. I'm not a religious sports watcher, but I do like sports. Yes, I'm a fan. I also like the Knicks, the Rangers, and the Yankees. It's okay, Yankees. It's okay. Oh, and then you hear Dee Dee. Next time. Sports radio. I'm into, it just, things that maybe are cathartic for me that could be cathartic for somebody else, or maybe you had no idea that those things could be relaxing. You're like, oh, maybe I'll try that out. All right. Either way, anyway, happy Friday. Oh, I had a tip and now I forgot. What's a quick tip? All right. I've been feeling restless at night. I've been going out and for a walk, and I look at the Halloween decorations. Makes me feel better. All right. That's it. Happy Friday, everybody. Deuces.